Vicious guard dog. Welcome to the small village of Klevan. This village is about 20 kilometers outside of Rivne, about a fifth of the way to Lutsk in far western Ukraine. And there's something very special here that people all over the country know about. And I would imagine people from all over the world have seen online. I'm sure some have made the journey to come see this. I've seen it once before in the late summertime. The Tunnel of Love. The tunnel is that way. I can see a train over here. No, don't run away. I almost wanted to put you on camera. Oh, there it is. Oh, look at this beautiful little kitty cat. Do you see this? I'm gonna get my long lens out. Look at this little kitty cat. So you have this tree growing on this building over here. Isn't it? It's interesting how nature always reclaims everything. In Chernobyl, you have the forests that have overgrown, in Pripyat for instance, you have the forests that have overgrown all the buildings. Here you have old factory buildings that are no longer in use. And lo and behold, trees are growing on them and plants are growing in them, and they will one day be consumed. We die, we're buried into the ground, and we return to the earth. Like, nature reclaims everything. It's a very philosophical moment I just had right now. Look left, look right. No choo-choos here. Wow, this is pretty though. Look at this. It just disappears off into the distance. Here we are in the dead of winter in Ukraine, and I am the only person around. I've seen one or two cars driving by, but this is what we've came for. This, this right here. Oh my gosh, no freaking way. Oh man. This is it. This is the Tunnel of Love, one of the most famous tunnels in all of the country of Ukraine. Wow, this is amazing. I'm gonna get my long lens out. You can really see how incredible this is. You can hear a train in the train tracks that we just crossed. Probably a passenger train on its way to Lviv, passing through Rivne and Lutsk or whatnot. I don't know. Imagine being here in the springtime or summertime or late autumn, whenever you have the foliage that's turned color. But imagine right now, you can see, of course, there's a tunnel shape. As it goes down, there's a tunnel created by the trees, but the fact, whenever you have foliage, it creates the actual shape of the tunnel, and it's fully covered with foliage. It's insane. I am the only person here. I can attest to how incredible this place is because I have been here in the summertime. I was going with a friend of mine from Kiev. He was registered in Lutsk and had to go get some documentation done or something, and so he invited me to come along, and I found this place along the route and was like, dude, we have to visit here. It looks amazing. So on the way back from Lutsk, we stopped by here. So dead of summer, you have, man, there were, I don't know, 15 people here for the same reason, excuse me, that we were, to see the Tunnel of Love, to take pictures, and I had my drone with me. I used to do a lot of drone work, but I've crashed a lot of my drones, so I haven't really invested too much more into them. But I had my drone with me, and I thought, I hadn't seen yet anyone fly through the tunnel all the way down, and so I was like, I'm gonna be the person to do that. And so we got here, and I whipped the drone out and brought it honestly about to where we are right here. And I don't know if it's because there was just bad reception, or if any of the trees just blocked the signal, or the fact that there is no signal because we're kind of in the middle of nowhere right now. But my drone could not connect to the GPS, and so I decided, you know what? I'm gonna go stand out that way before the tunnel begins, out in the open air, just to establish a GPS connection and then manually control the drone from there. And so we were kind of in a rush. It was like 2 or 3 p.m. And we needed to get back to Kyiv. It was a 5-hour drive from here. And so I was in a rush, and I was running along the tracks. Let me show you. So I was running along these train tracks here. You can't see it right now because it's all covered up with snow. But there's a solid like 1.5 or 2 inches between each. Like you have these what do you call these trusses? These like train truss things here, and then space between the train truss and the next one and the next one. And there's about 1.5 inches drop between each one. So I was running and tripped on one of the trusses and fell like on top of my drone. I was rocking what, a Phantom 4 or something, and like I fell on top of it and the thing broke, and I sliced open my arm on, or my elbow on like one of these screw things here, or some piece of metal, and I was just trying to play it off. I was like, man, I'm good, but like I didn't even notice the fact that I had cut my elbow open, and I was like, dude, my drone's broken. This thing is not gonna fly. And so I stuck around, and I had one of my most favorite lenses for still photography, which is the Rokinon 35mm f1.4. It's a fully manual, sharp, crisp lens, and so I whipped it out and just started taking pictures. And I really don't even know if I have that picture. If I do, I'll insert it, but I lost a hard drive about halfway through college with most of what I had shot in college, and I was in university whenever we were doing this. And I had lost that drive, so I like, it's one of my biggest regrets in life, the fact that that drive got lost, and there's so much incredible media on it that got lost with it. May have included this here. So I'll try and find that photo. But yeah, but I stuck around, took some pictures, and then I noticed my elbow was just like pouring blood, and I was like, oh, you know, the adrenaline gets to you, and then you realize, oh, I've actually injured myself. And so I was like, David and I were like, we need to go. So we hopped in the car, and you know, it was like, how bad is this? And my father is a doctor, and we gave him a ring, and he recommended either we go to Rivne to a hospital and get stitches there, or if we can wait it out, if we can just stop the bleeding, we could get back to Kyiv. And so we decided to see, kind of either way, it'd be a 30-minute ride back to Rivne. And so we were going to reassess from there, and decided once we got to Rivne that we were just going to go ahead and drive to Kyiv and stuff. But we got to Kyiv, and I got stitches on our freaking kitchen table. But yeah, so I'm gonna take some pictures. I don't have my Rokinon 35mm lens. It's kind of a heavy lens, and I couldn't afford the weight. So I'm gonna do my best to take some decent stills with this lens here and the long lens. But I have been wanting to come back here for over 3 years. On Google Maps, I have pinpoints all over about places I want to go see, visit, film, share with you all. And this was number 2. Number 1 was like one of those like, oh, this looks like a pretty scene to go shoot, and it's just like in a random field. This was really number 1 for me. And I kept it in the maps because I was like, I've got to come back in the winter time, but when am I going to do that? So it took over 3 years, and I finally have come back and shot it in winter. So wow, I am grateful right now. This is oh. Wow. All right, it's time to head on out of the sticks, man. We gotta get back to the city. But man, the tunnel of love. Look, they have a little heart thing you can stand under with with your significant other. So I'll stand under here with you, my wonderful YouTube audience. See, look at this, look at this, look at this little heart, this little beautiful heart here. Let's stand underneath it together. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and support the channel just through a subscription. And yeah, it's you and me. Let's go on to the next adventure.